People are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant, and living donors can help shorten that wait. Andy Gutman is currently searching for a kidney donor. He joins us to share his story and raise awareness. Welcome.
Thanks so much for having me, Jamie.
Thanks for being here. So tell us, what led to you needing a new kidney?
Well, you know, I've been a type 1 diabetic all my life. A few years ago, my doctor started saying, well, your kidney function is getting low, but should be okay for a little bit. And then back in February of 2025, I started feeling really bad. I had shortness of breath, couldn't walk for more than 10 feet without, having difficulty.
Wow.
And I went and saw my doctor. He ran some tests, and I remember it vividly because I was actually set to go and speak at one of our sites in Chicago, and I was getting on the plane. My doctor had taken these tests, and he called me. I took his call right before I was boarding the plane. He said,
"Oh, timing!
Don't board the plane. You need to go straight to the hospital.
Wow.
You've lost your kidney function, and you need to be seen immediately. It's life or death." And so, thank God for my doctor. He was a wonderful man who probably saved my life by making that call.
Absolutely. What was that moment like for you, hearing those words that your kidney is no longer useful, you need a new kidney?
Yeah, it was terrifying. It was a really terrifying moment. It's given me strength since then. I see the world so much differently these days than I ever did, and I think it's given me strength.
Wow, you've been on the search for a kidney for a little more than a year now.
Yes.
Talk about what that's been like, and I know there's a difference between a living donor and a deceased donor, so tell us about that.
Yeah, so to get on the transplant list itself, they take you through a battery of tests. You have to be healthy enough to be worthy of it because there's so many people in need. So, my journey was a long one in which I started out going through all these tests thinking I just needed a kidney. Found out along the way that I needed triple bypass surgery, so I went through that, and probably 9 or 10 procedures on the way to getting on the list. So I've only been on the list now for about 60, maybe 75 days.
Not that long.
Not that long. And so, getting on the transplant list puts you in line to have an organ donor, and then there are people that are living people that can provide you with a kidney, which is an amazing thing when you think about it. I think it's amazing that someone would donate their organs, but even more important, a person who's alive has 2 kidneys and they're willing to donate one to another human being, and there's so many that are willing to do it.
Wow.
It's an amazing thing.
That's incredible. Do we know about how long the transplant list is, how long that wait could be now that you're on the list?
Well, they tell me it should be any time now. Could be a couple months, but it also could be a few years, and you just don't know. It's whenever the organs become available or one of the living donors, and I've been really fortunate that a lot of people have offered to go through the testing to become a donor. And if one of those comes through, then it could be sooner.
Who are these people offering to get tested, see if they're a match? Do you know them? Are they strangers?
It's a mixture of both. I've been really impressed that people I don't even know.
Wow.
I mean, it's amazing when your own family and your friends reach out and they're willing to do it, but there's people I don't know who have reached out and said, I'm going to go get tested, and I would love to be that person for you if it's a match. And they're very strict to get the matches together.
Yeah. What would getting a new kidney mean to you?
Oh, it's a whole new lease on life. Right now I go to dialysis 3 days a week, 3.5 hours every time on the machines.
What is that process like?
That's a long process. It tires me out every time, but it also cleans my blood and makes me healthier. So it's a benefit, but it's also, you get really tired afterwards. Everyone has different things that they go through. Some have nausea, some have other things, but it's a life-saving process at the same time. And the people at DaVita that take care of me, I'm very fortunate. They're wonderful, caring people.
Yeah. You get this new kidney. What does that mean for you and your life? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to being able to just have freedom to travel, freedom to live my life again. When you're going through dialysis, it kind of tethers you to the community. You can travel, they can make exceptions for you, but you still find I find myself so tired all the time. Physically. My mental capabilities are still there, but physically it's exhausting. So I'm looking forward to not feeling exhausted all the time, and looking forward to, just being out there doing the things in life I used to do before this all happened. Like right now, my life is work, it's my family, and it's my health. And those are the three things I do, where it used to be a much fuller life.
Yeah. How has your mental health been through all this? Because not only did you get told that you need a new kidney, but then you said triple bypass surgery as well, and now you're waiting for that kidney. What's your mental health been like?
You know, it's interesting. I can see why people can be down when they don't have, you know, a kidney, and it can probably be very depressing. I'm very fortunate, and it's really given me a better perspective on life. My mental health is very strong. I'm in the best place mentally that I've ever been.
That's good.
Because I feel fortunate. You know, I tell people all the time, I'm living the dream, and to me, it's just the ability to put things in perspective. You know, I get to spend time with my family, I get to spend time at work, and I get to deal with my health. It's a perspective versus I have to do it.
Right. Really quickly, how can our viewers who are tuning in today help you?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's helping me and everyone else who needs it. You know, ask your healthcare people to get in their system. I'm with Henry Ford right now on their transplant list, but we have such amazing systems, U of M, Trinity, Corewell. There's Gift of Michigan where you can go and be a donor, but all of these places have great organ donation areas, and you know, it's about getting tested and getting out there and trying to do something like save a life.
Absolutely. Be a donor, save a life. Best of luck to you, Andy. Nice meeting you. Thanks for sharing your story. We'll have more information on our website at fox2detroit.com. We'll be right back.